The unknown violinist. My name is Krish. My name was a pet name of Lord Krishna. My mother was a devotee of Krishna. That's why I got this name. I am a music lover, but never think that I am a singer. I like musical instruments. Most children will prefer piano, guitar, tabla, harmonium. Instead of this, my interest was on flute. Maybe it was because I was a Krishna's devotee or the power of serials or movies which portrayed Krishna with a beautiful flute. I requested my parents to send me a flute class. My parents agreed that, but the problem was it was not really easy to find a flutist tutor there. Many people were ready to teach piano, tabla, but no one is for flute. Finally, after 1 month search, I got a flutist tutor. He teach me and 9 more students on weekends. He was doing this job as a part-time job. According to him, flute is the most beautiful and wonderful instrument in the world. No instrument have the power to replace flute. On the first time when I tried to play flute, there was no sound, only the funny sound of air. Everyone assembled there, laughed, and my son patted my head and he took my flute and played effortlessly. It was really nice to hear. After several practices and hard work, I learned to play flute. My flute was like my best friend companion as an introvert. The role of my flute was really an unavoidable thing. When I became happy, I play the flute. When I become sad, I play the flute. Moreover, the beautiful music of the flute is my breath. My expectations about my summer vacation was very different from the reality. I was living with my parents in the city. I thought about going to malls, movie theaters, and visiting my friends, but all my dreams were destroyed. My grandfather, who was going to celebrate his 17th birthday, my parents took me to his home. It was a village where there was no network. This journey is not only for celebrating my grandpa's birthday. Grandpa announced that he will give all his belongings to his children on that day. Grandpa was a widower. My grandma died 5 years ago. They have 5 kids. My mother was the first daughter. I want to stay in that village for almost 1 month. I don't know how can I adjust that. I arrived to the village and the home. There were lots of aunties and uncles. I felt so bored and alone because all kids were younger than me. As an introvert, I didn't like to speak too much. My phone was fully charged but no use because of the network issue. I can't use internet or make calls. I couldn't even peacefully play my flute due to the noise made by the people around me. I was fully unsatisfied. My grandpa had a property near his house. It was full of rubber trees and near that there was a mountain. I decided to visit that with my flute. I had asked my permission from my mother to go. She agreed and told me to come back before evening. It was only 1 p.m., so it was easy to me to return before evening, and also it was a sunny season, so no need to worry about reptiles. I spent most of my life in the city. The beauty of the nature was really unfamiliar to me. I was feeling so relaxing by walking on that land. The beautiful green leaves, the cute voice of birds. It was an unknown feeling. I can't express that through words. I had imagined myself as a shepherd without sheep. I took my flute and started to play it. The natural voice of the nature and my flute blended beautifully. On that moment, I understood that my search was correct. Flute is the best. I felt that I was the most talented flutist in the world. Suddenly, I heard other music. It was really beautiful. I stopped my violin and listened to it. It was violin, but who was that violinist? I started to play the flute. The unknown violinist also did that. Our instruments had communicated. I went to that place where this sound was coming. It was a girl, but I didn't see her clearly. Slowly, my eyesight faded and I fell down on the ground. When I opened my eyes, I was on my home. My mother blamed me for skipping the breakfast. I became unconscious because I skipped my breakfast, and also I had used all my energy for walking and playing the flute. I had made sure that the flute was there. I told about that violinist to all. My grandpa told that was a ghost. I didn't think a ghost with a violin. Maybe it will be just my thought or illusion. Or is that a girl? This unknown violinist had proved that every instrument have its own beauty. Who was that violinist? Written by Kirtana Saran.